NXT that aired on the 19th of the 9th, 14, because I'm literally watching it as it's going on now, at least on British TV. Though a couple of weeks we'll have the network, so then it will be live-ish. We'll have to figure out what the time difference is. But regardless, this is our first show of NXT after the phenomenal NXT takeover. And it starts off with, of course, Titus O'Neil. Yeah, he strolled down here and he cuts an alright promo. He's a fairly entertaining guy. He's a good comedy character. And he's like, well, you guys came on my show when you stole my time, so I'm going to come here and pretend to sleep. And, you know, I'm just going to waste all your time. Then Sami Zayn comes out. Good reaction from the crowd. Ole Ole's. I'm surprised they haven't figured out how to put Ole Ole into his theme song. But regardless, then Sami cuts a nice promo on him saying, well, at NXT we fight. On Raw, you get beaten by bunny rabbits. It's like, and when was the last time you actually won a match? And then then Titus stands up to Sami Zayn. It's like, well, I'm going to make a statement by beating you. Adrian Neville comes out and is like, if any of you want to come down here into my NXT... Sorry, I can't do a Geordie accent all the time. Basically, he says, he'll challenge anyone that wants to come down to NXT and sort of get in the way. He'll be the one to defend it. And then Sami is like, hey... I was kind of doing this first, and you're the only person that can defend this, the brand that I love and I make as well. So yeah, and of course playing off of what happened at NXT TakeOver at the end, and to carry on playing on that, we get Tyson Kidd. Comes down. I really should be a bit more consistent with the facts. I really like the facts promo, and the crowd is so hungry for it. And basically, he just comes down to just mess with Sami Zayn. Just tells him, yeah, you know what, Titus is right, you're both losers. The only difference is Adrian Neville is the NXT champion. And then he says, like, Sami would have done exactly what he did, and Sami's like, I don't know, on a moral standpoint, I don't think I could have done that. And then Adrian quickly comes back with, then you will never be NXT champion. You do what it takes. And then basically all these three are bickering, and then Titus is like, hey, I'm here still. So I don't care whatever from me, I'm going to fight. And then, Mr. William Regal, our voice of reason in this chaotic sea we call NXT, comes on the stage, and in his British accent, does basically the standard wrestling thing. A load of people are fighting, let's put him in a tag match for our main event. It's fine, I don't exactly know how Titus and Tyson Kidd are going to work together, but the interesting thing is going to be the story between Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville and this tension between them and how that plays into our main event. Okay, and then we get Charlotte versus Emma. I've missed Emma. I saw that actually on main event she had a really good match with Alicia Fox, but because it's on main event, no one saw it. Please let her come back into the main roster and wrestle. No, I'm not going to go on a Eva, Rosa, Cameron rant this time. I tried watching Total Divas today, that was a debacle, I can't get through it. I hate them so much. But yes, Emma, good female wrestlers, and Charlotte Flair, really good female wrestlers. And yeah, solid match between these. Emma's got her unique offense, it works so well when you give it time, and you let it develop with the crowd. If you just put her out there and dance, you expect the crowd just to like her, why the hell would they? This is something she built up over time, and having good in-ring matches makes the crowd like you as well. But yeah, Charlotte Flair is going to be a huge success when she comes up. And this is just, she's coming off that huge match with Bayley, that really good storytelling, really good wrestling. So this was sort of just a little stopgap. Give Charlotte Flair a nice win and a bit of exercise. Good solid match. And then we get the in-ring debut of Hideo Itami, also known as Kenta. I wish they'd kept Kenta. Kenta is just an easy, simple name, a lot easier to chant Kenta, Kenta than. Though the crowd were doing a good job of going Hideo, Hideo, Hideo. I thought they would have gone with Itami. I find Itami easier than Hideo. Though I know Hideo because of Hideo Kojima, the Metal Gear Solid guy. Not many people really know where this name has come from, but it's fine. WWE want to brand it themselves. And yeah, Justin Gabriel, good solid worker to put him against, and they do really well together. His style is very Daniel Bryan, that kind of guy, the sort of smaller Japanese style, but come on, that's Daniel Bryan is inspired by the Japanese style, and British. But yeah, lots of stiff kicks, brutal drop kicks. Miscalculates a springboard. So basically goes for a springboard off the middle, and something you need to learn. A WWE ring is like twice the size of any other ring in the world. So you try and do a springboard on that middle rope, there's a lot more give than you're used to. That's why most people, when you see them do a springboard, they're actually quite near the turnbuckle, because that gives it a bit more tightness. Something Hideo's got to learn, but he'll get there. But yeah, kicks, all his offense looks really good. Worked well with Justin Gabriel. And he gets the same finish that Senshi had when he was in there, of the double foot stomp off the top rope. So we'll see if he develops any more. It was just a brief match, but it was basically his style. As he said in his little intro they gave him a couple of months ago, I kick style hard. I kick butt. But yeah, let's see how well he fits in and if he can then make it onto the main roster. Okay, CJ Parker's in the ring and we get Baron Corbin. Now, because I watch NXT in Britain, what I didn't realise until recently was we actually miss a few minutes of the show for advert breaks, because of course the network, if you're watching it on the network, no adverts. So we actually miss a section due to adverts, because this is like a couple of weeks ago I didn't see the Enzo in the barbershop scene, and then on NXT TakeOver we didn't get the Baron Corbin match. I won't lie, when I heard the name Baron I was expecting something a bit more like sort of posh, but no, he's like a biker guy who's just quiet. He's got a good look, sort of good intensity, is the WWE size, the higher end of the 6 foot scale. Until we see more of him I can't really say much. I'm not amazingly blown away by him. And I have a personal vendetta because, okay, fine, I don't wrestle anymore, but still, he uses a finisher. He's given his finisher the same name. One of my finishers was the End of Days. It's quite a cool finisher. Sort of catches them rock bottom style when their legs flip up, and then just swings them back through into sort of downward spiral. Though it is a move that is very reliant on the opponent being in the exact right shape. Because if they don't lift those legs up and then on the swing back, because if he's doing it on anyone that's roughly his size, there's a good chance those feet can get caught on the swing down or in the way. So we'll see how his finisher goes. It's a good looking finisher, but it's not one that is easy to hit on everybody, which is always sort of a bit of detrimental. Okay, and it is main event time. Tyson Kidd and Titus O'Neil versus Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. It starts off really good, really enjoy it. They've got it's Tyson Kidd getting beat on, and it's just Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville trying to one-up each other. The crowd are more with Sami Zayn, but there's definitely not completely against Adrian Neville. Sami Zayn hits a moonsault and gets the Better Than Neville chant. Then Adrian Neville tags himself in the ring, hits his corkscrew moonsault. Tyson Kidd is knocked to the outside. Adrian Neville goes for a dive to the outside, but Sami Zayn interrupts him just like Adrian Neville did to Sami Zayn at NXT TakeOver and does a springboard moonsault to Tyson Kidd on the outside. Then we get a commercial break, and some point in that Titus O'Neil's in the ring, and that's where this match goes downhill. You've got 3 fast, agile wrestlers, and then Titus He's just got a really slow and methodical pace. I don't know if it's just because he's with these three, but he looks like he's moving in slow motion. He is just so slow, and it does actually start, well, okay fine, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning here, so my interest and energy is dwindling. But yeah, they just working on Sammy, a few almost tags, but keeps getting cut off, then eventually gets the tag to Adrian Neville. And Adrian Neville's working on it. They're sort of working together at this point, they're sort of working together fine. But then Adrian Neville's got the opportunity to hit the red arrow, but Sami Zayn's still in the ring, sort of knocking Titus O'Neil out of the ring. But then arguing with the ref for a bit too long, which then gives Titus O'Neil enough time to recover, shove Adrian Neville off the top. And as he does that, Tyson Kidd brings up his knees into Neville's face and pins the NXT champion. Basically, I don't know, they just needed to find someone to go with Tyson Kidd, and Titus O'Neil apparently was available, that's all they had. They didn't want to put Tyler Breeze back with him because there would be more storyline between those two as well. Wanted to focus the story being the Adrian Neville and the Sami Zayn issue. That is our main storyline on NXT at the moment. And then after the match, those two are arguing with each other. So it looks like this might be our next program, and Jesus, I cannot wait for this match. Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville. If they can make this feud last to the next pay-per-view, this will be an absolutely cracker of a match. So, let me know what you think of this episode of NXT, what they could have done better, what could have been worse. That would be Eva Marie. If I'm too hard on Eva Marie, let me know. Leave all your comments in the thing below. And until next time, like, subscribe, and TTFN. Look at this really weird bit of hair sticking out the side. I think I need a haircut. Need a haircut? Yeah.